Okay, I'm still trying to figure out how this works because, folks, I got to tell you that I just live streamed from my computer, but I get on my phone and it says this account is not able to live stream. I don't understand that. If I'm not able to live stream on that account, then how come I just did it from my computer? But anyway, listen up, folks. I had to do this video because this is exactly what the fraud of the courts is all about, kids. Okay, let me tell you exactly what happened. Okay, when I got arrested for stalking the mayor, okay, I immediately challenged their jurisdiction. Now, I want to explain something to you folks. None of these courts have jurisdiction over you. You are not a little boat. You are not a little ship. Every one of these courts is a pirate ship. You do not belong in them. You are not a vessel. You are a person, a living, breathing human being. You belong in a Article 3 constitutional court of common law and record. Statutes, codes, ordinances, rules, these are not law, folks. Did you call your senator and say, I would like to see that law so that I can put my input in there? Did he call you and say, is it okay if I pass this law? Were you involved in the lawmaking process whatsoever? No. So guess what, guys? The law, as they define it, does not apply to you. Do you understand? Yet, these courts have no jurisdiction over you. And according to the law, and I'm talking about the real law, the law of the land, folks, public policy, whatever you want to call it, according to the law, the minute you say, I challenge this court's jurisdiction, everything must cease. And they must prove that they have jurisdiction over you. And I don't mean they say they have jurisdiction over you. No one can just say, oh, I have jurisdiction. No. What that means is they have to be able to provide a written consent, some sort of contract. And that means a driver's license or a lease or a marriage certificate, a death certificate, a birth certificate, whatever. They have to have some kind of signed agreement between you and the city, county, and state that you live in, or they have no jurisdiction. Do you understand? They cannot hear anything concerning you whatsoever until they prove they have jurisdiction. And there are only 4 of those according to the Constitution of the United States of America. One is military, tribunal, admiralty law, common law, equity, and also martial law. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure of the exact 4 names, but there has to be one of those 4. Criminal courts are not courts of law. They are courts of equity, folks. And they're not going to say it. Or I'm sorry, not courts of equity. They are courts of military, tribunal, or admiralty law because you are a ship at sea. Okay? According to their eyes. You are a little vessel floating around in the water. Okay? Now I'm going to tell you the real deal. Okay? I just got a letter from my advisory counsel. I have kept on a counsel, but she's advisory counsel only. Okay? I'm the lawyer here. Okay? She writes me and she says, well, they haven't set a date to hear those 3 motions yet, but they have set 3 days for trial, And I imagine that on the first day they're going to address those motions. And I wrote her back and I said, you know what, that's hilarious. Because I'm going to tell you that I've challenged that court's jurisdiction 6 times, 2 verbally and 4 in writing. Now I'm going to tell you that I'm not even going to show up for trial. They're going to come and arrest me. I don't care, okay? But I want all you people to be there, because I'm going to tell you right now that they're going to arrest me because I didn't show up for court. But until that court proves that it has jurisdiction over me, it cannot proceed. Cannot proceed. So if I go to trial, then I'm basically saying, well, you have jurisdiction. Because I showed up, okay? I showed up. Yeah, okay. So they're going to come and arrest me because they want to deal with this. But I don't. And they have no jurisdiction. So until, and everybody's avoiding this. I've written 4 fucking challenges to their jurisdiction, folks. 4. 4 written. 1 just recently. Just after my last hearing, wrote it. You know what? They haven't addressed it. You know why? Because they can't. They have no good excuse for why they can hear this case. There shouldn't even be a case. And you want me to show for trial? No. Let me tell you how this works, folks. You don't go. Okay, I bailed out. I paid you your ransom. But now I'm not going. Because essentially, if I go, you have in personam jurisdiction. You have, I showed up, therefore we have jurisdiction. No, I'm not going to show up. So I'm going to get arrested because I don't care anymore. And I sent that to her and I said, I'm not going to even show up for court. If they do not prove they have jurisdiction, I'm not coming. So you better explain to them that they need to address that challenge that's been issued 6 times now, or I'm not coming. And then what are they going to do? Arrest me, and then we're going to go through the whole fucking thing again. You have no jurisdiction. Prove you have jurisdiction. They won't do it because they don't have it. Folks, they cannot just say, I have jurisdiction over you. They have to provide some sort of contract that states that I agree to be ruled by statute, or they got nothing. 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 And I have nothing with them. So they have nothing over me. You have to understand how this works, folks. Look into it. Deal with it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the fraud has been going on for a long time. Criminal courts started just about the time that birth certificates started. Did you notice that? There's a reason for that, folks. Because this is a scam they've been running for a long time, and they're good at it, okay? But if you know the truth, if you know the law, I mean the real law here, if you know that stuff, you got them by the balls. And there's nothing they can do. Please keep that in mind. Chris Bruce signing out.